Daily Broadside to 876. My day 875 on TikTok has, it wouldn't sync. The audio wouldn't sync. I despise when that happens because there's really nothing you can do to fix it. Clear your cache or whatever it's called, and it doesn't do anything. So, anyway, if you want to hear about me wrecking a dirt bike and getting bit by a dog the other day, it's on YouTube, but I can't post it here. At any rate, I took a couple swigs of the new Sprite and tea combination that they have mustered together. That's not a good combination. First of all, I have an issue with the fact that they didn't just call it Sprite tea, because all I had to do was add an A to Sprite, and tea's already mostly written off the back of the word. It's just dumb. I didn't like that, but yeah, that I thought, oh, this will just be like an Arnold Palmer with carbonation. It's not. It's weird. First of all, it's weird that Sprite is brown. That just looks very off-putting. But secondly, it just doesn't taste that good. So do yourself a favor and don't buy that, so that they'll eventually just discontinue it and take it off the shelves. I was at a restaurant the other day, and one of the appetizers was a plate of celery for $4. I assume it came with ranch or blue cheese or some kind of dipping sauce, but that's just strange that somebody would get just celery. I mean, it comes with wings a lot of times, carrots and celery and all that, but I don't know what a bunch of celery costs at the store. It's probably like 30 cents. They probably give it to you for free just to get rid of it, but yeah, I thought that was weird that I'll have the celery for $4 and you just eat like a whole thing of celery. Maybe it's for adult film stars when they go to the restaurant. I don't really know, but at any rate, I think it's a bit of a design flaw that humans can't touch the middle of their back. Like, you can get to everything else on your body except like this 1 foot square on the back of your back, which is odd because we need suntan lotion sometimes, even though that stuff is evil and bad for you. You got to have a second person there. You're gonna have a 1 foot square seared into your flesh on the back, which is kind of weird. I was in Lowe's the other day and I was talking to this lady, and I was getting something off the top shelf because they didn't have any more, and so she's retrieving a box, and this lady walks by, and I took a double take, and they're both in the little schmucks, and I felt weird asking her because I was like, they look just alike, and I don't want to be that guy that just rudely. It would be kind of like, when are you expecting? I'm just fat, kind of thing. So I took my chance, and I was like, is that your twin? And she's like, yeah, it is. And y'all both work here. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but it's kind of weird because they didn't even recognize each other, when they walked by. They didn't acknowledge the other's presence, and I would think that twins would have to do that every time they're around each other. I could be wrong. And while we're talking about Lowe's sells something that I just don't understand. I mean, I get it because the teeth are so tiny, it doesn't take much to chew them up, but we got to come up with, the multi-tool is like one of the greatest tools that's ever been invented. In fact, I don't understand what people did before multi-tools. It's crazy. I mean, you can get a jam saw and cut under a jam to put flooring or tile or something under, but the multi-tool is it's so perfect for so many daggum things. And yet those blades last about a minute. You can't cut through a 2x4 and I get, you're probably not supposed to be using multi-tools to cut 2x4s, but sometimes you have to, because it's the only tool that can reach it. But those things are ridiculous. They're just so expendable. You can spend $8 on one of them and it lasts 4 minutes, or you can go on Amazon and buy a pack of them for $30 and they last 4 minutes. It's the same thing. Like, there's no brand that has any of those dumb things that last for any length of time, and it's quite annoying. I wish I had $1 for every one of those things that I've gone through in my life. I'd have several $100s. Y'all have a good day. Giddy.